Many businesses use air conditioners, boilers, and production machinery that are susceptible to electrical or mechanical breakdown. Equipment that is damaged by mechanical or electrical breakdown can cause severe physical damage, which can lead to costly repairs. The business could be forced to shut down and lose income if equipment suddenly breaks down and becomes unusable. Equipment breakdown insurance can help businesses protect themselves against losses of this nature. Let's talk about why this is an important coverage item.
Businesses that depend on electrical and mechanical equipment are vulnerable to 3 types of risk exposures noted below. A typical property policy will not cover these perils. Artificially generated electrical, electromagnetic, or magnetic type of energy. Ruptures or bursts caused by centrifugal force. Explosion of steam engines, steam boilers, or steam turbines.
Now let's talk for a minute about the background of equipment breakdown insurance.
Equipment breakdown, EB insurance, was originally called boiler and machinery insurance, as it was created in a time when steam boilers provided the primary source of power for industrial machines. Although boilers are still used to heat water, the majority of industrial machines today are powered by electricity. Boiler and machinery insurance has been replaced with the name equipment breakdown insurance, which provides a wider spectrum of equipment type. Boilers used for heating and power generation in many states must be inspected every year. Equipment breakdown insurance companies will often help the business owner conduct the inspection at a reasonable price.
What do equipment breakdown policies look like?
EB coverage can either be added to a commercial property insurance policy by endorsement or written as a standalone policy. Some insurers use standard EB forms from the Insurance Services Office, ISO, and others create their own product using manuscript policy forms.
As far as what is covered property,
this usually includes property that you own and/or property that is owned by another and you are legally responsible for it. Let's say your company is contractually responsible if the machine suffers damage during the lease term. The machine should be covered through your equipment breakdown policy if your company has such coverage in place.
The standard EB form covers property damages caused by a breakdown of covered equipment. Breakdown is a defined term. It refers to a direct physical loss that falls within one of the following categories.
Vacuum equipment or pressure failure, i.e. the elements of a boiler overheat causing them to fail. Mechanical failure, when the centrifugal force causes rupture or bursting, i.e. a turbine engine gets damaged when a fan blade flies off and hits a vulnerable spot on the machine. Electrical failure, arcing is a common type of electrical failure, i.e. a power surge causes damage to a computer-operated cutter machine that is owned by a machine shop.
Property damage must be caused by a failure to one of the 4 types of equipment to be covered by EB insurance.
Vacuum equipment and pressure vessels. All equipment designed to operate under vacuum or internal pressure. These include boilers, water heaters, and vacuum pumps, as well as steam cookers and pressurized storage containers. Mechanical or electrical equipment, a broad category that includes transformers, circuit breakers, and furnaces, as well as air conditioners, generators, compressors, refrigerators, ovens, production machines, and elevators. Communication equipment. Examples include telephone systems, fire alarm systems, and computers. Equipment owned by utility. This refers to equipment that falls within one of the categories above and is owned or controlled by a utility. The equipment must be at the premises described and only used to supply utilities to the insured. You should carefully read the definition of covered equipment on the policy, as it contains many exclusions.
Here's a few examples of losses that might be covered under an equipment breakdown policy.
An ice cream freezer's heating unit fails, leading to an excessive ice formation on the coils. The freezer stops working and the ice cream starts melting. The pressure release valve of a boiler fails when it becomes corroded. A boiler explodes, causing serious damage to the grocery store and its contents. An electrical outage is triggered by a storm. A strong power surge follows the outage and damages restaurant equipment.
Many carriers offer a range of coverage extensions pertaining to equipment breakdown insurance. Here are some examples.
Spoilage. This covers the spoilage or loss of raw materials, property, or finished goods due to a shortage or excess of power, light or heat, or steam. Expediting expenses. Covers additional costs that you incur to make repairs temporarily or to speed up permanent repairs to property damaged. Business income and extra expense. These coverages cover loss of income or additional expense due to damage that results from a breakdown in covered equipment. Utility service interruption. Protects against loss due to a failure of utility-related equipment. Ordinance and law. Covers the additional cost to meet building code requirement after the building has suffered damage due to equipment failures.
In this video, we took a deep dive into equipment breakdown insurance. We talked about the background of this coverage, how equipment and breakdown are defined by the policy, what claims examples look like, and the different variations of EB coverage. Hope you found the information from this video helpful. When it comes to restaurants and bars, our agency has expert knowledge, specialized coverages, and competitive premiums for food and beverage establishments. Feel free to reach out with any questions, thoughts, or information to get a free quote.